ready, everyone? Okay. Call it in order.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Clark.
Here.
Here. Councilmember Ball.
Here.
Councilmember Ellis. Here. Councilmember Gazelle. Christie.
Here.
Councilmember Cooper. Councilmember Seaver.
Present. Okay, please review the minutes of the March meeting on page 3 to 7. And if it's acceptable, I need a motion to approve. Second. Any further discussion? Not all those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Also on page 8, just email different committees and commissions and we're accepting it in a public meeting. I need a motion to accept. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And then we have a proclamation. It's written out by This is the 15th year. Brett, thanks for shepherding us over the last 15 years. But, Arbor Day proclamation is whereas in 1872, you know what that part is. Sterling Morgan proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And the holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And now, Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and all over the world. And trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, lower our heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. Whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. Whereas trees in our city increase property values and beautify our community. So therefore today, we proclaim Sunday, May 6th as Arbor Day on behalf of the city of Grosse Pointe Shores. We urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And I urge all citizens to plant and care for trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Now, and I think you wrote this. This sounds so nice. Did you? Dated today, April 17th. Again, Brethren, I want to thank you because over the years, you are the ones getting the paperwork, getting us to be recognized and getting us to think about our precious natural resource. So kudos to you, Brett. All right, the next item is public comment. Do we have any public comment? You don't know public comment? Okay. You got to file your tax return tonight, huh? Pardon me? Well, that'll come up later. Okay, Rhonda, report by chairperson.
Good evening. In your packet, you have listed the transfers for the month. As you can see, it was a light month. Just your payroll taxes, prescription coverage, and the Blue Cross premium. And your list of checks issued since the last meeting. There's some engineering bills for the SAW grant. Some charges for tennis court light repairs. There was also the down payment to K&D Malcolm Marine for the piling work that's to be done. We also purchased some new flags for the islands, the street lights. There was also a check written to Close Quarters Tactical for training of the Public Safety Department, and those funds came out of the drug forfeiture account. And also a large bill for Fazard Electric, this for various island light work, but also regarding the tennis courts. Just hooking them back up once they came back from being galvanized and installed. And then there was also a $5,000 charge from Gunner's Meters for more meters as we convert people over to the radio rates. Do you have any other questions regarding the other checks on this list?
Oh, go ahead.
Yes, you could. Right. Well, the toner from Office Depot is basically for our printers. With Pitney Bowes, you cannot own a postage machine. It's federal law. So we have to lease it, and so that's our quarterly payment.
Oh, that's what I was meaning. That's how it is.
Yes. It was a couple thousand, like 2,500 or something. We got rid of a lot of the equipment that went along. They had a folder and that stuff, or this and that. We just really didn't use. In his contract, he does get a uniform allowance, and so he doesn't have to use it all up in 1 year. He can, whatever balance is there 1 year goes into the next year also. So there may have been some more items, but that was the majority of it.
Any other questions?
Someone, when they signed up for their boat well, they had their boat for sale, and sure enough, they sold it before the season started.
And on the bathroom partitions, is that
That's
across the street?
no, that's for this building.
Okay, because I saw the new one right here in the minutes. Any other questions? Now I need a motion. So what was the other question? Okay.
You just comment on there's a line item for $10,000 for the tennis court funding, and then down further in the report, there's $13,000 on the street to the electric company.
Right. The alternative LED, I'm not positive. Brett would know exactly what it was for.
The $10,000 is the original down payment
For the new light fixtures?
The fixtures.
the
Yeah.
fixture.
And then with the Frizard electric bill, that part of that 13,000, a lot, some of it is for repairs to the street lights and their monthly maintenance charge. But then we also had to rehook up the electric to those light poles once they were in.
So this isn't just exclusively
No.
Do we pay them a maintenance fee monthly, Broussard, or?
Yes.
Quarterly?
Yes.
Thank you. Any other questions? Okay, I need a motion to approve the exception. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Okay, and the balance of the packet is your balance sheets and your revenue and expenditure reports for the various funds. As of this time, we're good. We've been working on the upcoming budget, along with coming up to see how we're going to do by the end of this year. So. And then one other thing I'd just like to mention, upstairs on our counter we have this basket. And this was something my husband sent me a photo from another business. I loved it, showed it to Mark, he loved it. So we decided to do the same thing. Inside the basket we have various little soldiers. And we ask that you just, anyone that wants, go ahead and take one, put it somewhere in their home, at work, in their car even, so that they see it and they think of our military members. No. No.
Good idea, man. Thank you for help. Bruce, committee report?
look at it, another beginning of the year.
Good report, Bruce. Anybody have questions for Bruce? It should be noted, I think Rhonda, that one mill of tax is about 270,000, so with 2 mills, 277. So 2 mills have been, less. I mean, well, it's good you received the less. Chief, Public Safety?
Good evening, Mayor and members of the council. As Mayor Pro Tem Bisbal indicated, we are in negotiations with Patrol and Command based on some guidelines from the Finance Committee. And after 2 sessions, we received a tentative agreement from Patrol. They have ratified on their end. They did not do it, however, in a timely fashion to put it on the April meeting, but we hope to have that in May. We've also had one meeting with Command, and, well, that might be a little bit more complicated. It's we're hoping to bring something to you in May as well, and as well to the Finance Committee. I placed an ad in the Grosse Pointe News. We are looking to hire 4 park rangers. We've had 2 that we lost over the winter, and 2 have reduced their hours, so we're looking for 2 to fill. I'm hoping to conduct interviews the last week of April, and as was mentioned, I'm sure Mark will have more on this, the Arbor Day, Public Safety and Public Works, and we're going to be preparing for that run. I did attend the pre-con meeting for the tennis courts this past week, and we'll start the race slightly differently than last year. Instead of going out the north gate, we're going to be going out the south, the main gate. The north end of the parking lot will be fenced off for the construction vehicles for the tennis court projects. And that's all I have tonight. Do you have any questions?
Anybody else?
I'm sorry? He's closing in on the end of his field training program. He's out of the field training program, but he's on probation until mid-May. So we're hoping that he's doing very well, riding alone. So we're full staff. We're hoping to keep that going, but no, he's doing very well. It's not leaking. Of course, I didn't walk through there today. I don't know. Speaking of that, I will tell you that this past Monday, or yesterday rather, I went to the post-incident analysis for the fires on Washington and Grosse Pointe City. All in all, an excellent job was done. Just to kind of give you the backstory, when they pulled up on that first dwelling, that house was under renovation, and there was no drywall on the walls, which means you have exposed studs, and you basically have a torch. But the fire ventilates so quickly that there was no controlling that. They immediately moved to the exposures. They had a 13-mile-an-hour wind that was blowing out of the south, which extended the homes to the north, on the back side. So they were in defensive mode from the moment they pulled up, and we don't like that. We always like to be aggressive, and we want to be inside. But there was no accomplishing that, and the homes were approximately 14 feet apart. Just a narrow driveway separated these homes. So I spoke with the chief out there, and he did an excellent job on the post-incident report. And it's a tragedy. It's a bad fire. No one was hurt, and that's a win for us. So, but it's the largest fire I've seen in 40 years in law enforcement. Fire. It was, yeah.
They figure out the source was a petroleum distillate.
The official from the state fire marshal is undetermined because there's so much of the house, the primary house is consumed. There's nothing left. It's a shell, and obviously it's down now, but it was almost completely consumed, with the exception of exterior roof. So
Thanks, Steve. Public Works, Mike, you gonna do that? Or Bob?
No, I have it. Yes, no. Yard garbage routes has begun. Garbage routes need to replace, the garbage bags need to replace the brown paper bags, foreign bundles brush, forklift with the shirt, and every scheduled pickup. Spring cleanups have begun and flower beds are being prepared for the annual planting that will happen during the May. The coal patch crews have been out patching holes for the winter. Anyway, sees a pothole that needs attention to his house and keep up his office. Ryan has been busy painting and the restrooms in City Hall have been completed. The harbor is open and ready for boats to come in. Due to the cold weather, the water will not be turned on until say the buffers and the people. You know, if they're going down to the water, sometimes it's 30 to nothing turned on until the pool has been drained and washed to repair the tank. However, the weather hasn't been very pleasant. The sun is ahead ready for inspection on May 14th. The wading pool has been lined and is ready to be filled with water, and the bath cat is set to be filled in the first week of May. Mill Creek construction meeting in the tennis courts and parking lot last week. The meeting went smooth. I expect to see this starting this week. The trading is beginning the project. If you have any questions or guidance, the household waste is scheduled for April 28th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It will be hosted by the city of Harper Woods at the Salford Park Theater at 19,440 Park between 7 and 8. These flyers here will be able to pick up. And you wanted to talk about the waste drop-off rate too. I think this is flyers.
Anybody have questions?
That's on the schedule.
Yeah, I know.
They did pick Wilson too.
I was driving down Oxford today, and Oxford seems pretty rough too.
Every time I look at the Lake Sinclair, it's really like an ocean, like an angry ocean. There's been days in the last couple of weeks I've never seen it like that. It was Plus the snowpack from the UP. Today's speaker showed a picture from where was it? Up in the UP, and it showed the snow was 9 feet high. The tunnel was 750, looking up. That was taken yesterday. Incredible. Park committee?
Monday night, 2:30.
Okay, good. Harbor committee?
Yeah, we had a meeting last week. We are really far ahead of schedule. I'm excited about the progress we've made.
the pilot work is, it is basically MC numbers, information, all that in the same book. Once the 15th manually rolls around, people are introduced to the rock, the whole site will reset itself and reroute to this order. The other thing is a lot of the water goes to the meters to the pump tank. There's an inside cement, and most of the penetration staff and the sense that the larger pump has to be taken between the 24/7. The inspection process is going to start as soon as people are told if the opening the boat is over the track or the sinking the boat is past the highway, then we're going to reroute the together. We'll accommodate for lifestyle, so to speak. And we'll do that this year in some addition to this year. Depending on the process well, we're going to having to do further now, the project agreement is about $2,000, and allowing the seawall walking out to the east wall with the cement cap that's about 12 inches, 15 inches wide, and it's not a single point to keep it perfectly on but unfortunately, water is stagnant and it's really damaged the cement and we will fill that cement and the final contractor is going to fabricate some sun-grade stainless steel caps over the cement with the wood, and then that will be installed over the it will stop the further erosion of the cement.
Bob, infrastructure?
Noah has not come back yet. Rocket fiber, I had a presentation where we're trying to see where this is short to. What we can work for us is we're going to invest in but it's still quite a bit of money. And you still have to concentrate the guys that are
Have they quantified their cost? Because I understand.
They have, yeah.
265.
That's still a lot of money. And you got to look at what they're going to get out of it.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Brett, Improvement Foundation?
The Improvement Foundation met at our annual meeting on March 26th. A couple highlights to share with you. Our trustees, we have 5 new trustees that sworn in on that night, so we're doing well with that. Membership is up also. We're doing great. A lot of new interest. We've got some new faces coming in. Rob Sattler is our new secretary. I will remain on as president, and Marty Elsa will continue as treasurer for the officers to this day. A couple project updates for you is the pool house brick patio across the street outside the pool house for all the pavers. We awarded a contract with the Pizzo Landscaping and Concrete. He's going to pull out that patio end of April, first week of May. Place with exposed aggregate. It's very uneven. It's a trip hazard. It's pretty rough over there, so we're going to go ahead and get that done. Should have no problem working alongside Naja. We're on the other side of the parking lot anyway, so no problems there. News about the ice rink. And once again, I've learned more about ice rinks in the last month or so. We talked about asphalt, we talked about concrete, we talked about a lot of things, but I came across a product called Glice. It's a synthetic ice rink. Think of it as a sheet of paneling, tongue and groove paneling, about 3/4 of an inch thick. it's amazing stuff. You can skate on it, a normal skate, with no big preparation, no maintenance to it whatsoever. It can remain up all year round if you choose to. We're kind of checking into this a little bit more, see what it's going to cost, but that's pretty neat idea. We thought we'd explore that some more. No, it's thick. It's you pull it back up. Is that what it is? I didn't get into the actual ingredients of it, but it's you put it on a pallet, store it, put it back down, and slide it all together, and away you go. So might be an option for it. See what we come up with that. Next is we awarded a contract to Landscape America for maintaining seascapes for another year. Those will be maintained on a monthly basis. You see the trucks on the streets out there on Jefferson. Also, Councilman Seeley appeared and he brought us up to date on a few of his items. He brought the group up to speed on council issues. That was great to hear from him. I'm not going to beat to death the Arbor Day, but I do want to see everybody there if we can on May the 6th. That's one of our bigger events. And that wraps up the Quick Improvement Foundation update. Any questions regarding that at all? All right, I'll change hats. I'll bring up to speed on the tree board meeting, which was held last Tuesday morning at 7:30 a.m. We don't seem to get many visitors, but you're always welcome to join us. Not too many people show up for that. One of our topics was the tree trimming for Zone 4, which is Weber Place down towards the end of the city's boundaries. That was completed. The big item that I talked to you about is being awarded the Tree City USA. Councilman Mayor Ted read the proclamation for Tree City. It's our 15th year. We are one of 3,400 cities across the nation to participate in Tree City, which is quite a feather in our cap. And we were awarded a $2,500 matching grant from DTE this year and offset our tree planting costs. And really, one of the new business items we talked about extensively at the tree board was updating the tree ordinance. We think we should need to bring it up to speed a little bit. There's nothing really on that tree ordinance more than elm trees and a little bit about the ash trees. But mostly it's about overgrown grass. So I think we should look into that with the council approval. I don't know who to talk to Mark or to Brian about that, but I think that should be something to be considered for the tree board to look into. We have that, Bruce, but we don't have that on the ordinance at all. It's upstairs. So we like to get that at least combined with it. And it's not yet. But it's an old ordinance. It needs to be brought up to date, everybody. It's 2 pages long and half of it's towards grass. So, yeah, we need to know what we can do, what we can't do. So, yeah. Exactly. I'll do some research. Sure. Well, that's next to impossible. We know that. So that's not going to happen. So, do I have the permission to move forward with the tree ordinance investigation? Try to bring it up to date.
Do you need a motion on that?
I'll bring it back before council, of course. And
Good idea.
I think so, too.
Combined with our public nuisance ordinance with respect to regressing vacant properties when at my point where, regress is unsightly.
that's pretty much what it covers, yeah.
Yeah.
So, any other questions at all regarding foundation or tree board? No big trees down. You can thank yourself for that, for finding the money to allow us to trim. couple hours.
I mean, you know, 2 years ago, February, we had a very insert, reading about
That was so bad.
So, I mean, when you look at this storm hitting your car, it's really devastating. It's been a thousand. And we have a lot of trees that we've been on. Why are we doing what we do?
Thank you. Good. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to say real quick, thanks for your leadership with the foundation. I think it's awesome you guys are redoing the patio in front of the locker room. It's exciting news about this iceless ice rink.
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
It seemed like when I met everybody that the foundation is excited to partner up with the city on some future projects. Look for a project together that we can all join on and unify our city and church.
That's our goal also, sure. Every night.
Thanks, man. Legal replay plan?
Under general municipal matters, to confer with the city regarding the open meetings act matters in compliance with some city committees may be involved in that can be considered a public meeting. We prepare to respond to city on the 57 mutual court matter, prepared documents proposed with the title company finally received draft closing process documents we reviewed the applicable city ordinances regarding property compared to city manager regarding the next step is the mayor and the city clerk sign off on on the litigation between the two parties that were I reported last month that we finalized the final package. We reviewed a few motions that were filed by the parties in the city. I think that time city got stuck with regarding conflict between Sunshine Drive. Happy to report that the settlement conference hearing that was being conducted today was last month.
So I'm just saying that when you got it at the city, when you got it,
Right, it's a public document.
general entities within the city, and the NEC rejects the plan. And we spent about $7,000 defending that position. So we don't know anybody would say that they would have been supported. And the nice thing about what happened today is the state case we were in the country, we can either a thumbs up or a thumbs down decision, and that's when we told you that it's going. So, it's in the hands of the court, and we'll see what we do.
We appreciate the effort of council, Bob, Brad, for going and keeping the position.
Well, you didn't have much that week now, did you?
Just two more matters. On the Southeast Defense contract, this and last week, corresponding with the and also regarding the two contracts for the police department we're hoping to get that meeting and finally on the tax and citizen process again with the that's absolutely operation
A busy month last time. Well, thank you for the report. Any questions? Yeah, Mark, the report? And that's where the basement is flooded, the road. This is the time this is good report, Mark. Any questions? No old business, no new business, any public comment?
This is just brief. Tina actually kind of inspired me a few years ago when we were talking about this potential benefit and we talked about a seawall that carves out the building and all the buildings and places on the front. I was listening to all this study on the and we talked about it. And create efficiency. And when Tina and I were talking, I was explaining there's another way to do this project. So I took it upon myself to figure it out. So I got a call from our administrator, found out that from the 4.4 ceiling sign to the actual wall, which is on that, that from the 4.5 ceiling to the 4.9 ceiling, so I did 4 steps, which is behind. So we did out all the materials. I basically concept is taken on Lincoln and installed and included. And the way that this concept will be set up is that the city itself will buy directly from the mills on it like that, in production. And then we would, let that concept be listed. All that being said, and to give you the background, the total to do this, the city limits to the left as well. And I think we're all doing this all makes this as well. So we're going to want to do that with really well. Not only the time, but this is a lot of containment for the lake shore. And then Martin came up with the idea that once the wall is in place, backfilling it and maybe putting it in the temple line asphalt walkway. So it's a 2-mile long water walkway to the city. Which obviously hasn't been good. But the seawall itself to do just our city $2.2 million. And to do the entire stretch is $3.7 million. So if you want to round it up to $4 million wall to wall, that's about $20 million less than the estimates that people for. It is a very doable project. And not just smart conversation. Obviously, this is a county road, and there's some other federal defense and things that they have to do. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility. It's really, twin and tank style steel seawall that raises the height of the wall itself, top water coming out of the Lakeshore Drive, and then the side is behind the
Well, that price is right. So it'd be like 7 feet, 6, 7 feet above the water and 6, 7 feet below the water.
Yes, the heat's typically, you combine the elements, so let's say this is 3 by 15 foot feet. 7 feet would be under the line of the lake, and 7 feet would be above. If you look at the yacht boat wall, you look at the house with the tires that are built to the yacht, and you could basically go to that height, and you raise it to there, so that it can be bottom and come up over the ground before you do it. And then the way this is designed is with a very heavy steel frame, so this is the steel. And then it would be a rail that's about 2 feet long, really heavy steel bolted into the wall. And then there would be 20-foot rods that would handle it, that will tie those rods. And then you have to take 6-foot sheets and bury those under the ground. And it's like that right now, we stop the wall from pulling out or helping them, and then keep the wall straight and level. And normally those 15 hours and last for 6 feet. So it's a very heavy design. And it's very similar to it's one way drive. Yeah, we would actually bring it to us.
We have an office in Washington.
This is fine. No problem. We actually did the for the discharges, all the concept is really pushing 7 foot into the hole or something. Yeah.
Not for the walkway or anything.
Yeah, but we were just saying, if you backfill that with create some lots, and basically market suggesting a lot about backfill that can be lots. Let's say you're saying over $1 million to do it, you get $5 million market.
You can almost do a bike ticket. I mean, you have to do it.
But if he was saying, if we do it roughly, that then we would actually take our way off on the scale.
Well, I mean, because it's a county road, just that thing.
This was basically something that started at the kind of 16 area and the market area. And the idea that it's between our two parks. So rather than a whole parking lot, it's a 2-mile road or that.
Well, we were able to see all these pictures, and then we can envision.
So the Army Corps has already done preliminary assessment of our needs, right? And that's what So this would be possibly federally funded, which means we have to go through the bidding requirements, prevailing wage, contractor. We would be bound by wage rules. Wow, that's great news in terms of the council. So, no other new business, public comment.
I just have two things. One is Shred Day, which is coming up on June 2nd. We'll either have it at the park if the conditions are amenable there, or we can move it over here to the municipal parking lot if not. But we've had quite a few phone calls upstairs asking for a Shred Day this year, and so we are complying. So June 2nd, so make a note of it and bring all of your sensitive materials to be shredded. Exactly. We've had people with 25 boxes worth of things to shred. But it's a good community service, and we've had lots of nice comments about it. We've had children from both Star of the Sea and Grosse Pointe North High School who have come and helped us out. Their efficiency, their politeness has gained the respect of a lot of people who have come through with shred materials. So it's been just a really nice experience, both for us and for all of the surrounding Grosse Pointes. Then the second thing is, of course, Arbor Day is coming up. And this year we are having just a very special celebration. It is our 15th year as a Tree City USA. We members of the Tree Board decided to really do it up well, and I think we're going to. First of all, the participation in the fun run will garner a T-shirt that is a very special T-shirt. It will have the Arbor Day logo on the back with Grosse Pointe Shores, I think either on the top or the bottom, but it's saying Tree City USA and then the logo and 15-year celebration. You can get that T-shirt either by signing up and paying your $5 entrance for the fun run, or we're going to have some available for sale at the festivities on Arbor Day, which is May 6th. It's about just under 3 weeks away, I guess. Then we're going to have a memorial tree planted on Arbor Day in honor of Kirk Tech, who passed away. He was a long-time member of the Improvement Foundation, and it is a real loss for the community. So we are planting a tree in his honor. Come watch a tree being planted. You can talk to the tree board about problems with your trees in your backyard or front yard. Of course, Brett will be available to discuss matters with residents. We're going to retrace the history of Arbor Day. I will have a poster and lots of information available. I think I told you at the last meeting about J, which stands for Julius Sterling Morton. He was the founder of Arbor Day, a Michigander who grew up right here in the Detroit area and attended both Albion and University of Michigan, and then moved out to the Nebraska Territory at that time. And the rest is history. He organized the first Arbor Day. Yes, there were 1 million trees planted in Nebraska at that time. I have photos of the actual Arbor Day, which I will put on a poster. So then we're going to have posters that we're hoping that a fair number of children in the community will do for us. Part of Arbor Day is a celebration of the benefit of trees, all the good things they do for us. So we're asking the children in the Shores to complete posters with that in mind. They're going to be each one of them will be viewed at Arbor Day, will be displayed. Then we will bring them all over here to the municipal building and find a way of putting them up for the month of May so that they'll be on display. We have awards for the first and second prize winners in 3 different groups. Where our grade organizations are grades 3 through 8. So 3 and 4 will be one group, 5th and 6th will be a second, and 7th and 8th will be the third. We will have $50 first place prizes for the winners, and then runners-up each receive a $25 gift card too. They also get to have their pictures taken, we hope collectively, we hope we can get them all in to a one photo so that it can be in the calendar next year for the month of May. So there's some nice things for the kids. Each of them will get a free Arbor Day t-shirt. They, like I say, all of them will have their posters put up here in the municipal building. So we're hoping that a lot of children will participate. The deadline for entries is April 27th, which is in about 2 weeks. So pick up your posters, your blank posters upstairs at the offices, and then get them back by April 27th. And good luck. Then, we are also having a very special face painting. We have never done a face painting except at Easter. Well, the young lady that we brought in, Janae Tripp is her name. She is a fantastic artist. She has volunteered, well, sort of. We asked her and she said yes. She will come again on Arbor Day and paint all those wonderful faces. And so the children who are I don't know what age, I think all kids like to have their faces painted probably right up until maybe into middle school. Anyhow, come and get a very, very special face painting, a creative, one-of-a-kind type of face painting by Janae. The children really loved it at Easter, and she's coming back again. So, the last thing that's available at our very special Arbor Day is a cake to celebrate the event. So come and eat cake, smile, look at all those posters, see the tree being planted, talk to tree board members. It's going to be a really nice time. Hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Any other public comment? Not here because I think they're looking at the text. Also comment. Bobby, anybody have nothing? No? There you go. Well, it seems kind of hard to think about swimming right now, but we have our swimming team registration this Saturday from 9:30 to 11. We're glad we had 114 swimmers, young swimmers. Again, it's a life sport, a sport that you learn early in life and you never forget it, and you develop a lot of life friendships with your fellow swimmers. Helen, everyone talked about the Arbor Day that starts at 9:30 on May 6th. That's also followed by at 12:45 a Grosse Pointe Woods, Grosse Pointe Shores Little League Parade that starts, I think, at the Comerica building on Mack and then goes to Jeff Blair Park. When you think about the Little League, it's been in existence over 65 years, the International Little League. And there's only 7 teams in Michigan that ever qualified for Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And 4 of those teams are from Grosse Pointe Woods Shores. And in the last 10 years, in the last 8 years, 2 of the teams from Grosse Pointe Woods Shores represented the Great Lakes region at Williamsport, Pennsylvania. So, I mean, we're proud of the program. It's very well done, very well done. And the little guys play at our field here in Grosse Pointe Shores. And then, of course, they have 4 great fields at Grosse Pointe Woods. We have May 12th, and right after that, before the council meeting, we're going to have a town hall, which will be focused on finances and all the good work that's done with the finance committee There's a meeting next week, Vito, for the finance committee to help shape the budget for the coming year. So the town hall will be focused on answering questions from residents. Good way to meet your neighbors. We'll have coffee, we'll have bagels, maybe some other special treats, but we welcome everyone to come. Our next meeting is May 15th, and I need a motion to adjourn. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Thank everyone for coming.